Hello everyone, my name is Tatjana. I come from Serbia and I'm currently a second-year Master of Management student here at Frankfurt School. Today I'm very happy to get you around the Frankfurt School and do a bit of a campus tour with you. So here we are currently in front of the campus itself, as you can see, with a beautiful sort of park and scenery around us. The building itself was built and opened in 2017, and it has 5 different towers which represent 5 different continents where our students are coming from. So we truly do have an international student body here at Frankfurt School. And the building actually is a mixture of very modern style, obviously, but also a lot of sustainable elements. We have more commonly known solar panels on the rooftop, as well as wind turbines. But we also have our very own FS campus bees that we're hosting at one of our rooftops. And actually, you will see right in front of me a grass area which we don't cut so that they can live through the entire year here. Some students are networking as well, and we will now show you the inside of Frankfurt School. So here from the main entrance hall of the Frankfurt School, you will also see that there is a big video station in front of me, which very often shows, news, events, different happenings around the Frankfurt School. And now we're walking towards the biggest auditorium and classroom of the Frankfurt School called Audi Max. And on our way there, there is actually this huge area that very often hosts networking events. As you can see, there are preparations for event right at this very moment. And actually behind me, you will see what we call the donor wall. And the donor wall actually holds these plates of all the different companies and individuals that help support Frankfurt School. But also, very interestingly, it has plates of the most engaged students of the FS student body. Every year we have students who actively participate in different student initiatives, and once a year we award FS Spirit Award, and people who receive the award actually get to end up at this donor wall. Their names get to end up at the donor wall. So we're now going to move in to the Audi Max. So here we are in the Audi Max that I've mentioned, and it is the biggest auditorium here at Frankfurt School. We're currently jumping into one of the events that is ongoing, and they're currently on the lunch break. But as you can see, this is a huge room and it can seat up to 400 people. Now in the Corona times, obviously we have to limit a bit the capacity, but usually it is used for events like these. Today we're welcoming our exchange students from all around the world, but also sometimes it is used for exams, as well as some big lectures. Throughout the past year, we had, for example, some of the student initiatives hold panels in here, and then they live stream it to the online audience. But as you can see, we're starting now with on-campus events here in the Audi Max as well. As I mentioned, the campus was opened in 2017, and as I move around the campus now, you will see soon on my right side the deli, which is where you can get some coffee, a lot of breakfast snacks options such as croissants, sandwiches, and this is actually gets very crowded, especially in the breaks between the classes. And then the coffee is great, by the way. And then on the left side from me, you will soon see the Creative Learning Center, which is a bit more cozy area where us students gather here at Frankfurt School. And it is actually very useful for group projects. Master students very often gather around here to prepare for group presentations before we deliver them in class. It is also a great area for brainstorming. As you can see, there is a whiteboard right in front of me, and then these pillows that are truly great. So sometimes we also just come here to chill and take a break if we have a longer break in between the classes. And then now moving on and walking through the campus further on. On my right side, very soon again, you will see the the cafeteria, or the casino as we call it. And on the screen on my right, you can actually see what is the menu for every day of the week. We have different options. So there is an open salad bar, but there are also vegetarian, vegan, and meat-based meals that you can choose from. It is quite diverse and international. Also for students that prefer to maybe bring and cook their own meals to campus, there are different units with microwaves throughout the entire building, and you can just heat up your lunch and then share it with your classmates in this cafeteria area. So as I mentioned, we will now walk in the cafeteria just so you guys can see how it looks like. Lunch break is almost over, so you cannot really see the food around, but yeah, there are, as you can see, many options. Some of the salad bar is still open, as well as some of the desserts. These are the cashiers and the payment areas. Quite affordable prices, especially for students. And then this is the seating area. There's also an outside seating area and a more executive area to my right, where you can also go and have lunch, either with your classmates, maybe even lunch break with your student study advisor, or with anyone else from the FS team. And now we're entering the learning center and the library, and you will see on my left-hand side that I'm using my student ID card to actually enter the place. So now I'm entering the library, and in the learning center there actually is a printing room and a scanner room that you can use for any of your student needs. On the ground floor is the library itself, where I'm going through right now. And you can actually borrow books either from here, but you can also borrow them from home, so you get the digitalized version of the book. And now I'm moving into the study area. So as I said, the library is on the ground floor, and then the study area has 3 floors. And on the ground floor, you will see a lot of the different cubicles and options. Currently, they're all covered in plexiglass to ensure safety for our students in these COVID times. And there are also all of these booths where you can also take a break from your studying or decide to study in a bit of a more different environment. We'll go up the stairs now. Okay, so we're here now at the first floor of the Learning Center, and you will see on my right side there are group rooms for group projects or individual studying. Very useful, very well equipped, as you can see on my right side, and they're quite often very crowded. People do use them for group projects, group work, but also very often they use it to just focus a bit and have their own time and space here at Frankfurt School. This is available on the 2nd floor as well as on the 3rd floor. And now we're going to move into the finance lab, which again you go into with your student card. These facilities mostly used by finance students because the entire lab is equipped with Bloomberg and Reuters terminals. And actually this is where students can hone their skills, the essential skills for trading as well as research for their finance careers. You actually don't need to book any kind of appointment. As long as it's free, you can just swipe your student card and get into the room. And now I actually want to show you one of the bridges that we have here in the building. And this one is actually very nice because you can see the rest of the school on my left hand and right hand side at the same time. And I will move to the left hand side, which will now be in front of me, and you can actually really enjoy the architecture of the building. You will see all of these study rooms on my left side, but also on my right side as well, and a very great overview of the entire hallway in front of me. And then on the right side, as I'm moving, you will see that there is actually the library to the left, with all of these study rooms that I've shown you from the inside, and then again a lot of other breakout rooms throughout the entire campus. So as we walk through the building further on, I actually want to show you a bit better one of these breakout rooms because they're very well equipped, and here it is. So actually you will see that there is a TV, and it has all of the connections needed for you to connect to any kind of device that you have, also chargers and a whiteboard. So it's really great for group works, but sometimes also individual focusing time. There are also tables throughout the entire campus for some quick get-togethers, or even some other quick group works, depending on the time, because the campus can get quite crowded, especially during exam term. And now we're actually walking into the AI lab, which, as you can see, is a quite interactive and very well-designed space. It is designed to kind of boost the creativity of the students that are hanging around here. It is very often used for, again, group projects, presentations, very often the projects that are concerned with data science for our students. The design itself, as you can see, as I said, it's very interactive. So we have sliding walls, cubicle seating, all of these different areas that you can use. Sometimes we have sort of live streams of online events in here. And again, from here you can also see the great skyline view, which truly makes every learning environment that much better. And at the same floor as the AI lab, we have student services offices, and they're here on my right side. And you can actually see a lot of people in their casual working day. We come to them every time we need something. This is where our student advisors are also seated. So this is actually one of the areas where we very often go to. So coming from the career services, we enter the student terrace, which we usually use for very quick study breaks or breaks in between the classes. And it is quite cozy. The view is a bit different than the other very famous terrace of Frankfurt School, but this is because this one is on the other side of the building, of the campus. But still, if you come to the end of the terrace, in this seating areas, which usually also have cushions when the weather is a bit nicer, there is also quite a great view in front of me on this side that you will be able to see. So we are now entering one of the hybrid model equipped rooms, or as we like to call them, Harvard rooms. And as you can see, there is a lot of plexiglass around, again, to ensure safety for our student body. As you can see, the room is equipped with great technology, which basically means that students that are both online and offline can follow the lecture the same way. There's a camera in the room right in front over there that actually follows the professor wherever he's going and moving around. And actually professors are also equipped with microphones so that everyone in the room as well as online can hear very well what is going on in the class. And we're going to go to the executive lounge, which is definitely one of the favorite places that we have here at Frankfurt School. Going inside of the executive lounge, you can see that it is quite a cozy and modern area. And actually it is very often used for networking events or some kind of bit smaller events on campus. So not as the Audi Max. Very often students come in here just to take a coffee break or to simply do some pre-work before the class or have a break after the class. Very often people come in here to also have a lunch break, and this is because there is a great view that is in front of us at the terrace, which I'm about to show you right now. And here we are at the terrace. in front of the executive lounge. As you can see, we have one of the best skyline views in the entire Frankfurt. Students coming here to really just enjoy the lunch break, relax sometimes in between the classes or when they have a bit longer breaks. You can see that we also have Terrace on the lower floors. Both of them are very often used for networking events, for welcoming drinks for our students, and we all quite enjoy it. It is definitely one of the most popular spaces here at Frankfurt School. So this is where our campus tour ends. I hope you enjoyed looking at the Frankfurt School campus with me. Thank you for your time, and I hope to welcome you at Frankfurt School very soon.